Undaunted, undaunted, we are undaunted. That's right, the next event coming up in the Elder Scrolls Online is the Undaunted Celebration. This event is super fun because you get lots of extra rewards running the dungeons, and it's a great way to farm for those monster sets that you may have been looking for. Make sure to watch the entire video I have here so that you know all the details of the event and you can maximize what you would like to farm. Let's get started. The Undaunted Celebration is one of my favorite events that ESO puts on just about every year. This year it will start on September 12th at 10 a.m. Eastern and will run till September 24th also at 10 a.m. Eastern. This is a PvE event where you can run dungeons, getting tickets, undaunted keys, as well as bonus coffers containing a lot of really great rewards. The first dungeon that you complete during the day, you will receive a glorious Undaunted reward box. Each additional time you run a dungeon, you will receive a regular Undaunted box, which is also what you can receive by running Ball Girl's request. Now, if you've never done the Undaunted quests before, they're available all the time. You can head to Eldenroot, Wayrest, or Mournhold, find the Undaunted Enclave, and then speak to either Urgalog, Majal Rogath, and Giralon the Redbeard. Each of these quest givers have a daily quest where you can complete a dungeon from a specific set. Maj has the most basic dungeons that were available with the base game. Giralon has some additional basic dungeons that I would consider to be medium difficulty. And then Urgalog will have the DLC dungeons, which are some of the hardest dungeons in the game. Now, in order to unlock the Undaunted Enclave quest, you have to complete the Undaunted beginning quest once you reach level 45 on your character. This will require you to either travel to Volkelgard, Daggerfall, or Davin's Watch and find a member of the Undaunted. After you speak with them, they will ask you to go to a dungeon. You don't actually have to complete it. You can just travel inside, travel out, or run the dungeon if you would like, and then speak to the quest giver once more. They will send you to the Undaunted Enclave where you can sign your name in the book and officially become a member of the Undaunted. This will also unlock the Undaunted skill line, which has some really useful skills that you can use in the dungeons, as well as trial and other endgame content. So overall, it's really helpful to unlock this skill line, to have those skills, plus you can get some really cool rewards from running the daily quests. Now, every time you complete a daily quest, you can get a certain number of keys depending on what difficulty you run it on and which quest giver you're talking to. The DLC dungeons usually double the amount of keys since they are usually more difficult to complete. You can use your keys to buy various shoulders for the monster sets, as well as some other goodies including motifs and other materials. Now you can also talk to Balgro. He'll give you a delve quest for the Undaunted, and this also has various rewards inside, but does not give you keys. Now that you have knowledge of the Undaunted Enclave, how do you get started with the event? To kick off the event, you need to pick up the introductory quest called the Glory of the Undaunted. You can do this by speaking to Seralith, who is located at any Undaunted Enclave, traveling to an impresario tent anywhere in Tamriel, or by going to the Crown store and picking up the free quest from the store there. Once you have the quest, travel to the Enclave, speak to Seralith, and you'll get your first Undaunted reward box, as well as completing the quest for the first time will unlock the benefits of the event. Once you've done this quest once on a character, you don't need to do it again, but it's a great way to get your first coffer for very little effort. First dungeon boss that you defeat will drop the glorious Undaunted reward box. Each subsequent boss that you defeat will drop a regular Undaunted reward box, which can include the following items: a guaranteed chance to drop an item set piece from the dungeon in which the box was acquired. This is huge because it can help you fill out your dungeon equipment in a specific dungeon. So if you're looking for specific materials, specific gear from a dungeon, this is a great time to farm it because you will fill out your sticker book twice as fast. You also get a guaranteed chance to drop one of the following items: a random motif style page from various dungeon motif styles, 1,000 gold, an Undaunted key, a crown repair kit, or a riding lesson. A chance to drop an opal monster weapon style for Bloodspawn, Chokethorn, Engine Guardian, Alambris, or the Troll King, and a chance to drop an Uthgar opal weapon style, which is the new weapon style for this year. Now, the glorious Undaunted reward box can contain any of the above items that I just mentioned, but instead always drops one of the following opal monster weapon styles: the Bloodthorn, the Chokethorn, the Engine Guardian, Alambris, and the Troll King. You can also get a regular Undaunted reward box by completing Balgirl's daily Undaunted Delve quest. During this Undaunted celebration, you also have a chance to drop the Opal Monster Mask style pages when you defeat a specific dungeon's final boss on Veteran Hard Mode. Now, you can complete this on regular vet and the mask may still drop, but you have a higher chance of it dropping on the Veteran Hard Mode. Each of these dungeons are as follows. If you would like the Bloodspawn mask, you must run Spindle Clutch 2. If you want the Chokethorn mask, run Elden Hollow 1. Engine Guardian comes from Darkshade Caverns 2. The Alambrius mask comes from the Crypt of Hearts 1. And the Troll King comes from the Blessed Crucible. Now, the Earthcore style is new this year, and that does drop from the Bloodroot Forge dungeon. There is also a chance for the regular mask to drop from these dungeons as well during the event. Now, you can also get the Opal Shoulder Outfit style pages if you already own the regular shoulder style page. You can purchase these from the Undaunted vendors, which are also the quest givers at the Undaunted Enclave, for 50 Undaunted keys. These vendors also sell mystery boxes that will provide a random opal shoulder style page for 25 keys. During this event, if you complete an Undaunted daily quest, you will get double the amount of keys that you normally would for completing it. So this is a really great time to farm keys if you want those style pages, or if you just want to earn some extra keys and get some more gear. Another super exciting part of this event is now the gear boxes from the Undaunted Enclave are curated as of update 43. This is huge because you can use your keys to fill out your sticker book instead of opening multiple boxes of the same type of gear, hoping to get the shoulder weight that you're looking for. Get all the keys during this event and then use them to fill in your shoulder places or purchase whatever you would like from the vendors. Now let's talk about tickets. This event, it's super easy to earn the tickets because every time you defeat the final boss, you also get your 2 event tickets for that day. Keep in mind that you can only hold up to 12 tickets, but since the last couple of updates, it will warn you and you won't be able to lose your tickets anymore. You will just have to run another dungeon to pick them up again if you are full. So make sure you check beforehand, spend your tickets if you're full, and if not, you can keep them and save up for whatever rewards you would like. Speaking of those rewards, here's what the Impresario vendor has in stock during this event. You can get all 3 Molag Bal Illusion Imp pet fragments. Those are the Anchor Chain Fragment, the Dark Anchor Pinion, and the Effigy of the Dominator. The first 2 Anchor-born Welwa mount fragments are now available, the Bizarre Daedric Meat, and the first chance to get the Fine Ebon Steel Chain. You can also get bound style pages for the Uthgar Opal weapons and Opal masks and shoulders, the Impresario group repair kits, and the Companion Guild commendations, which will level up the Fighters Guild, Undaunted, or Mages Guild for your companion. In addition to the Impresario, Filius Dormir will have the following items as well: a hides shoulders armor style, so you don't have to have shoulders on your outfit, the Aurelia Quasi-Griff mount fragments. You can also get the Soulfire Dragon Illusion pet and the Deadlands Firewalker personality fragments. Last but not least, the Indrik vendor is still here. You can get all 4 feathers for the Nascent Indrik mount, as well as the berries for the Mossheart Indrik or the Onyx Indrik. Now, the pets are available as well. The Ebon Glow Indrik is available, as well as the Sapling Indrik non-combat pet. So what's the best way to farm this event? Well, the easiest and fastest way to get boxes is to just run Fungal Grotto 1. It's the easiest way to get the box the fastest, and many people will be doing the speed run through this dungeon where you basically defeat 2 of the bosses and then run to the end to defeat the final boss. If you queue up for a random dungeon, you're super likely to get this, or you can just queue up for Fungal Grotto 1 normal dungeon and you'll likely get into the dungeon very quickly no matter what your role is. Since it's a normal run, you could even get away with running a heavy attack Sork bar or maybe just running a DPS that has a taunt if you would like to tank. But if you are running veteran content, make sure you have a full tank and healer build so that you can complete the dungeons easily and don't have any trouble queuing for the random dungeons. In addition to that, I think it's also super useful to farm for gear that you need, so you can queue up using the dungeon group finder for a specific dungeon, whether it's normal or veteran. If you just want the gear, you can run the normal dungeon, but if you're looking for some of those specific style pages, run the veteran version of the dungeon. In addition, if you want some of the style pages, most of these dungeons are super friendly for beginners, even on veteran and during the hard mode. I highly encourage new players, even if you're under level 45 and can't do the Undaunted dailies, to just queue up for the dungeon and run it. Most people are happy to get a lower level easy dungeon during this event for their random, so no one will be upset if you queue up as a low level player. And as a low level player, this increases your chance to get some of those lower level dungeons, so it's a perfect marriage for new players or low level players to get involved during this event. Even some of the Opal style page dungeons are fairly easy on veteran and hard mode, so I encourage you to queue up for those. Most people will be running it quick and fast during this event, so it's a great way to get introduced to some of the veteran dungeons that were introduced early in the game. I would also highly recommend trying some of the DLC dungeons on normal if you haven't done them before. It's a great way to get introduced to dungeons at a higher level and help you get some of that DLC gear that you might be looking for. If you're not interested in the mass style page yourself, they typically sell for a decent amount of gold. Now the most expensive is going to be the Earth Core style, since that's new this year, but the other styles still sell for a decent amount of gold as well. I would recommend either selling them at the beginning of the event and then buying them back afterwards when they're a little bit less expensive, or hanging on to them and selling them a month or two after the event. That's all I have for you guys this time. I hope you enjoy the Undaunted Celebration. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments below. You guys always teach me new things and I love it. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you like this video or it helped you, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a like. It helps me keep making content like this. Thanks so much again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.